It's hard not to feel some pride in reptilian engineering. I watched an elf spend hours trying to force his way into a lizard's chest. Eventually, he threw it into the flames. But still it sits there, indestructible. He did not leave empty-handed, unfortunately. I pity the poor salamander that he dragged back to his ghastly home.
What's this? I found something.
The servant emits a The creature warns you away with a... The servant's guttural roar...
Are you serious? Pussy.
You look up to the portrait, its subject's face staring right back at you, one eyebrow raised, as if lifted by a fishhook.
Contentious cur! Thou wouldst dare prance and gallivant about without a summons? Get thee gone, for at the count of a dozen less two, the sentries advance. You waste but your own time with thick-headed queries, thou cow-handed fribble. In the 10th second, the guards descend.
You come up empty. Perhaps there is nothing to find.
This is what Rivellon has become. It has a sanctuary for greedy poltroons seeking riches from noble patrons of the visual arts.
The painted man harumphs. The man in the painting silence.
The countdown continues, Lubble.
You come up.
This is what Rivellon...
The painted man.
Always refuse what is so freely and openly offered.
If you think the Master loves you more than he loves me, then, Dot, you're a bigger idiot than you look.
Master's the master. Master knows the dog is better than the cat. Master says good dog. Does Master say good cat? No. No, Master does not. See?
The cat gives the dog a long, languid look of carefully disguised contempt. Then she sighs and turns to you.
Settle an argument for us. Dog's body here thinks that because the Master is grateful for his, meaning the dog's, mindless devotion, he loves his dog more than he loves his cat. On the other hand, know full well that it's the Master's admiration for my general bearing, demeanour and intrinsic greatness what is most indicative of a state of actual love. He near worships me, he does.
Master loves his dog. Master thinks his cat is cool, not the same thing.
You're a moron.
No, I'm not. I'm black-brown.
See what I'm dealing with? Come on, settle the argument. Tell him he's wrong.
Told you.
Yeah, I ain't buying. Sell me on it. Fine.
Dog.
Cat or...
Dog.
You're so stupid. So? Dog's body here. I on the...
Master.
You're a more...
No, I'm not.
See what I'm dealing with? Come on, settle the argument. Tell him he's wrong.
Told you.
Yeah, I ain't buying. Sell me on it. It's a fun toy, I guess. I guess not. Okay, I see your point.
See? I was right. Thank you. I knew the master loved me more, else he wouldn't have let me go down to where all the juicy meat bones are. You can't see it, because it's under a carpet thingy that's nice to sleep on, but a bit of the floor comes up and you go down some steps. You'll smell it when you get there.
This door is locked tight, but there's a sliding hatch at ankle height. Grains of sand drift from beneath the door and form the tiniest dunes. Peering in, you can barely see as your vision is limited by a cobweb draped across the hatch. You think you see an empty room carpeted with sand. It's quiet in the room, too quiet. The spider spindles right up to you, her long, long legs tickling the sandy floor. A malevolent intelligence gleams forth from 8 beady eyes. She opens her mouth and hisses at you. One delicate leg reaches out and traces the line of your cheekbone. She pats your face gently with whatever a spider has instead of a foot. She backs off, as if she takes you to be one of her own kind.
There's that.
You remember drinking ruby wine with Magister Boris in the armory after hours. You remember his deep hazel eyes, how he trembled as he kissed you. You remember all of it, the best night of your life. The spider spindles right up to you, her long...
Don't you know, my little pepper pot, that it's ever such bad manners to enter a queen's boudoir without permission? But what's this? Something familiar beats within your heart? A venom promise, a gift from one of my kind.
She shuffles her enormous body closer, looming over you until you are enveloped under her shadow. Venom sizzles to the sand from her fangs as you are pinned in place under all 8 of her eyeballs.
You come here for me. You desire another spider's kiss.
What the fuck?
Her eyes glisten and her distended abdomen jiggles and shakes. Is she laughing at you?
How adorable! But I'm not interested in you like that. I've already got plenty of babies. So you are still prey, but of a different kind. I hunger, and I hear my princelings blubbering in their loving cocoons. Time for us to feast. A trade, you say, Poppet? Let Mama see what you have to offer.
Trees. Pop it. Snygga mig.
stale old mucker I could push us through my boudoir door.
The spider smacks her mandibles together, making grotesque chewing sounds as she swallows bits of some poor unfortunate. She stretches out one long leg and licks old blood from whatever a spider has instead of toes.
In return for your generous offering to your queen, I will tell you a little secret about the one downstairs. He accepted a promise. The promise. And now he wants to weasel his way out of it. Forget it. He used to love me. He used to worship at my spinnerets. But now he doesn't talk to his queen anymore. He just milks my venom. Well, sweet little Summerberry, you see how he builds his army? Now I build my own army. Someday he'll walk in here and face not one spider, but legion. You can visit your queen again if you like, but bring dinner.
The masked creature grunts 3 times at the sight of you. It reaches its arm out. Clasped in its hand is a crumpled parchment. You take the page, and the servant returns to its hollow existence. Taps his foot.
Why are you wasting everyone's time? Get the sights close.
No keyhole, no handle. There must be a hidden mechanism. No keyhole, no handle. There must be a hidden mechanism. No keyhole, no handle. There must be a hidden mechanism. I smell sauce in the air.
The servant emits a menacing growl.
Flesh and bone severed and stitched. Perhaps some sort of necromancy.
I trust that our bargain reaches a satisfactory conclusion. Oh, that. A trivial detail. An old agreement long forgotten by all involved. Don't give it a second thought.
Riker's mouth widens into a tight smile. Riker explores his cheek with his tongue and idly inspects his fingernails.
Fascinating story, if a bit melodramatic. I imagine the pressures are getting to you. Can't be easy to be God-woken, not in these times. Do be sure to rest before venturing out. You shouldn't roam the graveyard with a fuzzy head and an empty belly. You'll be prone to hallucinations. You are
Oh, come on.
I trust that our bargain reaches a satisfactory conclusion.
Riker explores his...
Fascinating. Do be sure to... I'm prepared to offer a generous reward. I can help you with that. You do your part. Then, well, see...
I found something.
Sasabihin pa siya ng iba.
Come for a visit? Let's see, my darling, my little cherry blossom. Your lies only make all the more hungry. My anger is the most delicious sauce of all.
Her fangs drool venom that sizzles on the...
What? Ha? Hindi. Last hero pa ba? Ryzen 9 na ba? Latest na AMD? Hindi. Yung processor. Video card RTX 3070. Nasa 6,000 lang yan. Kukunin daw ni Tito pag natapos kami. Bibigay yata dun sa inaanak niya.
The hatch is blocked tight by the high drifts of sand. No matter how much you strain and grunt, the hatch barely... The hatch is blocked tight by the...
So close, yet so far away.
Ah, you again. Poor thing. Feeling your advancing age, are you? No matter. I don't mind repeating myself if I must. I'll even use language any simpleton can understand. Find the tomb where Joanna Surrey is buried. Retrieve the mysterious heirloom that was buried with her. Bring it to me.
Tarquin sighed.
I hate to sound so condescending, but sometimes it pays to be straightforward. I'm sure you agree.
He places his hand on the artifact, and it drones in its strange language. Adan, Shvalon Dumora Vavor Rivelis, Awanu Ari, Dem Chushan. The object continues. Sarden Menia Veet Feln, Dom Drisval Veet Evdekais.
It's true then. Anathema. Within reach. Tell me, is this all there was? There weren't any other curios in there? Ah, I just remembered why I prefer to work alone. Very well. This is the hand grip of the fabled anathema. A sword capable of annihilating anyone, even a divine. Imagine it. Holding in your hand a force that could wipe away sun and shadow. A sword of life and death, miracle and sin. A sword of atonement. I can restore anathema to working condition, but this is only half of it. We still need the blade. How fortunate that the hilt has already told us where to find it. Blood Moon Island. You rightfully consider me a scoundrel, but I'd rather you think of me as a lovable scamp. One that you can rely on. Or perhaps you'd rather place your trust in someone else. Maybe Dallas. I'm sure she'd love to have a weapon that can destroy a Godwoken with a simple wink and nod. Well, you may not always have the smarts, but you've sure got the spirit. Blood Moon Island awaits, my friend. It's a bit of a jaunt, but this gives me time to prepare my workspace. We'll catch up in the Lady Vengeance, yes?
Tarquin doesn't wait for an answer. His attentions are already turned elsewhere. The shaggy dog keeps his distance, wary eyes sizing you up as his hackles rise.
You run away. Everyone here run away. All run from something.
He cocks his head to one side, confusion and suspicion wrinkling up his fuzzy face.
I ran away from bad man. Very bad man. Man wanted to make me spider food. I know. I can sniff good and bad. Like a bad.
He paws a few tentative steps closer and sniffs all around you, nose wrinkling with concentration.
Some bad. Most good. Good enough. Good enough.
He bounds forwards and licks your face effusively. His breath stinks of graveyard clay and ancient bones. Immediately, you feel an allergic reaction developing on your cheek, hot red blotches spreading in an angry rash. The dog scurries away to sniff about the area, leaving you with his approval and an itchy face. The skeleton is old enough for flies to have eaten its flesh, though some of its owner's clothing still remains intact, including a belt with a gleaming buckle. The earth beneath is slightly cratered. Either the skeleton's owner took a great fall, or happened to die upon a skeleton-shaped indentation. The bones look properly intact, though its skull is askew, as if the skeleton is looking in a direction it shouldn't be able to. The belt may have been gnawed by rodents and reptiles, but the name engraved on its buckle is unmistakable. Victor. You see no blood or signs of struggle. The surrounding vegetation is green and healthy.
Well, here's one corpse that never got a proper burial.
You re-examine the bones look properly intact, though its skull is askew, as if the belt may have been gnawed.
Can't tell anyone.
A man paces back and forth, puffing anxiously on a pipe. His face is creased with tiredness. The faint coppery hue of dried blood stains his hands. He sees you.
If you're looking for healing or the like, then you'd best look elsewhere. My plate is full for now.
The man chomps on the bit of his pipe, generating a small cloud of nervous smoke. Finally, he plucks it from his mouth and clears his throat.
I came by a new patient, a young woman, very troubled. I'll do what I can for her, but I'll need to concentrate. And that means...
He gestures with his pipe for you to leave.
I'm still trying to figure that out. She seems afflicted with some sort of rabidness. It makes her difficult to approach and nigh on impossible to treat. I had no choice but to lock her in my cellar, for her safety and my own. Oh, fine, you can help. Take this key and go to the cellar. I'll join you there. Just be careful. I wasn't jesting before. She was already a powerful sorcerer by the looks of things, but whatever it is that's happened to her, it's left her dangerous. Got to come up with something. Can't keep her locked up forever. Can't tell anyone. The Magisters would probably have her killed. What could have done this to her? Got to come up with something. Can't keep her locked up forever. Can't tell anyone. The Magisters would probably have her killed. Got to come up with something. Can't keep her locked up forever.